Kinosaki Onsen is the town where yukata truly belong. Here, a yukata and wooden geta aren't just clothing, they're the town's dress code. In this episode, we'll show you how to wear a yukata the right way for both men and women, as well as the common mistakes you'll want to avoid. After getting to know the town, its history, its rhythm, and the rituals that surround the onsen, we headed to meet Danielle at a local yukata shop called Iroha, a place known for helping visitors experience Kinosaki the traditional way. Because here, putting on a yukata is part of stepping into the culture of the town.
So you might know this already, but Kinosaki is actually the most picturesque town to wear a yukata in.
Really?
So
the most picturesque town in Japan in a yukata, and I'm not in one. That's ridiculous.
No, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Kei Tani-san, the kind owner of Iroha, explained that the yukata originally began as clothing for bathing. Long ago, people didn't soak in baths like they do today. Instead, they cleaned their bodies with steam, wearing a light cotton robe to stay comfortable and covered. Over time, that robe evolved into the yukata. In onsen towns like Kinosaki, it became the perfect outfit for walking from bath to bath. Light, breathable cotton that absorbs sweat and easy to wear between the baths.
浴衣に着替えるとお顔と手だけが見えてもう柄なんですよね。で、日本独特のその浴衣着物の柄にね酔っていただきながら歩き方からもう精神状態から変わると思います。
Alright, we're going to put on yukatas and paint the town red, or whatever that phrase is that people say when they go out on the town and do stuff. Ne? Hi.
Well, what is it? This is gonna bug me now.
Well, yeah, we don't know what it is, but that phrase, you're thinking it, you know it. Put it in the comments, because we've forgotten. What can you do? It was time to choose the yukata I'd wear around town. With so many patterns and colors, the owner helped guide the process.
はい、熊取のそうそうそうそうそう。
First, selecting the yukata itself. Then, pairing it with the right obi, the belt that brings the whole look together. Kei Tani-san shared the first tip for wearing a yukata. The left side should always go over the right. If it's worn the other way around, that's actually how kimono are dressed for the deceased. So an easy way to remember is this. Place the fabric over your heart first, left over right.
この襟合わせを法律で決まったんです。
法律?
はい。
It's a law?
日本の法律で決まったんです。それまではもう皆さん好きなように着てました。
The second tip is about the waist cord. Wrap it just below your belly button, slightly higher in the back. And when tying it, don't knot it in the center. Tie it slightly to the side.
お相撲さんがお腹の下にグッと回しを持ってきてますね。そうそうそうそう。だからお腹の下に。で、浴衣着物一緒なんですけど、お腹が出てる人の方がかっこいいんです。
Oh.
もうちょっと出てほしい。
I'm gonna eat a bit more tonight then. The third step is tying the obi. For men, this is called a kaku obi. Wrap it around the waist about 3 times.
で、バックしたらこれを上から巻いてきた方、上から上向きに流します。ちょっと刀っぽいの、刀って言いながら。
Katana.
こうでしょ、刀を落として内側ね。で、この中に半分にしたのをこの中に通してもらいます。そうするとこのようになります。
あら。
よいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょ。で、後ろ向いて。
はい。
でね、なるべくならセンターよりも真ん中よりもちょっと右寄りでも左寄りでもいいです。
For women, the yukata is longer, so the size is adjusted using 2 waist cords. First, the fabric is lifted to match the body's height. Then, the front panels are wrapped and secured at the waist. And just like before, the knot is tied slightly to the side, not in the center.
で、着物浴衣一緒なんですけど、この状態だとナイトウェアになります。握り拳一つ分、グーのスペース、これだけ開けましょう。そうすると着物浴衣スタイル素敵です。
Another tip is about the collar line. The collar should pass across the top of the chest. When both sides follow that line, the collar sits naturally and creates a clean, balanced shape. Then, a second cord is used. This one is tied just below the chest to keep the yukata in place. And again, the knot is tied slightly to the side, not in the center.
ここのシワはね、みんな脇へ集めておきます。
Next comes the obi. For women, the obi is wrapped twice around the waist to keep it secure. The ends of the obi are then folded and looped through, creating the shape of the bow.
で、輪の上に上の方の置いて、また輪を作ります。よいしょ。
If the length allows, one more wrap can add extra loops to the ribbon. Finally, the last end is tucked in. Once the bow is formed, the obi is gently rotated to the back, creating the final look.
上前に沿ってね、上前に沿って持っていきます。後ろまで。女性の方はもう真後ろでいいです。男性は少し右寄り左寄りの方がかっこいいです。
To finish the front, a small plate called a maita is placed inside the obi. It's inserted from the center and gently slid into place. This helps keep the front of the obi smooth and gives the yukata a clean, elegant shape.
パンパンって出来上がりなんです。
For men, the obi should sit below the belly button.
おへそよりも上にすると女性になります。
いかがですか? For women, it's worn above the belly button, which creates a more elegant shape and makes it more comfortable to walk.
それと何かを着付けもそうなんですけど、ちょっと何かをね、ちょっと入れときたいなっていうところに入れれる浴衣なんですね。
Yukata also have clever places to carry small items. You can tuck things into the sleeves or inside the obi.
で、女性はこちらから入れてください。ちょっとピンセットとかにちょっと安全ピンとか入れたいな、携帯でも入れときたいって言ったらこちらに入れてください。
And when sitting or bending down, it's best to lower your body gently rather than bending at the waist. It helps keep the yukata neat and in place.
やったー! Yay!
Then it was time to choose the geta. Geta are traditional wooden sandals worn with the yukata. Raised slightly off the ground, they help keep the hem of the yukata clean as you walk through town. Then I realized I didn't actually know how to walk in geta.
普通に歩いただけですか?
Keitani-san pointed out that I was pushing off with my toes. But the correct way is different. Instead of lifting your feet, you gently slide them forward, letting the heel drag slightly as you walk, creating that familiar karan-koron sound of geta on the street.
カランコロンカランコロンなんです。
カランコロンだ。
はい、やった。素晴らしい。
よし! やった!
And finally, the Hanten, a short, lightweight jacket often worn over the yukata, especially when the air gets cooler.
We look very traditional.
Indeed, we are indeed ready for the onsen. Well, the onsen town.
Yeah, the onsen town.
Yes.
The
Let's walk
town is
around.
one ryokan.
Indeed, we must promenade in the ryokan.
Now dressed in yukata, Danielle and I stepped out to explore the town. In Kinosaki, traditions like this are simply part of the experience.
Beautiful.
Walking through the streets in Yukata, we visited some of the town's most photogenic spots. The canals, the bridges, and the quiet corners that make this place so special. And of course, along the way, we couldn't resist stopping for something delicious.
All right. What do you recommend?
I recommend the crab and mayo because it's crab season in Kinosaki, so what better way to start off the tabearuki than crab?
All right. Kani mayo indeed. お願いします. Good. Wonderful.
The taste of winter.
Taste of winter.
As the day slowly turned to evening, the atmosphere in Kinosaki began to change. Lanterns lit up along the canals, the streets grew quieter, and the town took on a softer glow. It's a different side of Kinosaki, one that feels even more magical after the sun goes down. Apparently you can drink this. Okay. Well, that's warm.
It's very salty.
Wow, that is very salty. Oh, it's actually a good level of salt. And just like that, another day in Kinosaki comes to a close. But there's still much more to discover. In the next episode, we'll experience Kinosaki from a different perspective and explore even more of what makes this town so iconic. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep soaking.